Hey everyone, it's Leslie from the Tea Experience. Welcome to another Teacup Tuesday. So I have to apologize at the outset of this week's Teacup Tuesday. I completely forgot to share with you the tea that I'm going to feature and share with you tonight before I actually even got to chocolate candy tea. But I was so excited about chocolate candy tea last week because I was actually drinking it and enjoying it, and then turned it into an iced tea that I got so excited I needed to share with everybody last week, Teacup Tuesday, about chocolate candy tea. And I completely forgot, and this particular tea did forgive me for it, completely forgot about sharing and featuring another rooibos-based tea. And so if you remember, for the month of May, we started out with all things rooibos blends. We started out with chocolate dipped strawberry. We then went to red velvet, and I was supposed to go to exotic fruit treat, and then to chocolate candy tea. But again, I got all excited because I was actually drinking and enjoying chocolate candy tea myself. I decided to press the button and talk about chocolate candy tea last week, Teacup Tuesday. So exotic fruit treat did forgive me. I did apologize to it because it should have kind of been in the family with the rooibos blends. So here we are. We are enjoying the simple pleasure of iced exotic fruit treat. This lovely tea is in the rooibos family, very similar, in the same family as chocolate dipped strawberry and red velvet tea. It is rooibos based, so that means it is an herbal tea, no caffeine, or a tisane, Tisane, as we call them in the industry. And rooibos, for those of you who don't remember the last couple of weeks in May, rooibos is a bark of a very brownish, dark brown, brick reddish brown kind of plant grown in Africa. And they shave down some of that tree, or the stems of that tree, into fine little threads, and then they blend it with dried fruits. You can drink rooibos, without the dried fruits, all by itself, but it probably tastes a little more palatable when it's blended with fruits or dried fruits or herbs. Exotic Fruit Treat is a rooibos blend, and it is blended with yummy dried fruits. It's blended with plums. It's blended with apples. I think there's blueberries in here. And then it also has a little bit of cinnamon and some almonds, believe it or not, in this tea. So it has a little bit of a unique taste. It probably doesn't taste like anything you've tasted before, but it is very, very tasty. And so if you brew this exotic fruit tea hot, 1 teaspoon and 6 to 8 ounces of water, hot water, not boiling, and you brew for 5 to 7 minutes, has to brew a little bit longer, you'll get a beautiful hot brewed tea. You can then convert that into iced tea if you'd like. If you brew it extra strong, maybe say put 2 or 3 teaspoons in, brew it with less water, and then add the rest of the water as cold water, and then add some ice. You can blend it, make it into iced tea. Or if you're like me, I cold brew my tea, and I actually cold brewed it in my same infuser and cup. I put 2 teaspoons in this infuser. Put 2 teaspoons in this infuser, and added a little teaspoon of coconut sugar at the bottom, with the rooibos, and poured some cold water in it, put it in the fridge overnight, and got this lovely, yummy, thirst-quenching, unique tasting exotic fruit tea. And so you can brew it hot or iced. It's totally up to you. It's about high 70s, almost 80 degrees here in New York. So we're going to do all things iced tea starting this month to the end of the summer. And so I decided, rather than enjoying it hot, I'm going to enjoy it hot, cold with you in our community. and share that with you. And so with this particular tea, because there's so many different types of dried fruits in it, I would recommend not adding milk to this. And also want to note that for those of you who have some sort of allergic reaction to almonds, this may not be the right tea for you. You can go ahead and give red velvet a try or chocolate dipped strawberry a try, but just know that Exotic Fruit Treat has almonds, or almond extract in it. And so it smells like rooibos. My senses and my palate can actually pick up, once you drink some of the other ones and you kind of smell them and, you get your palate ready to taste rooibos, you'll recognize that similar aroma. So it does have the aroma of rooibos, but then I smell apples and I do smell actually the plum. And then, of course, there's a little bit of cinnamon in it, and then the almonds and some other dried blueberries in here as well. And so if you haven't tried Exotic Fruit Treat yet, or if you haven't tried a rooibos blended herbal tea, I would recommend Exotic Fruit Treat to you because it's unique, it's different, it has a little bit of a different palate than chocolate dipped strawberry, and it definitely has a different palate than red velvet. So it's unique. You might like it, but it's an acquired taste because it's rooibos, particularly if you haven't tried rooibos, rooibos, herbal teas before. So it is a little bit of unique switch than your more traditional herbal tea, but it does definitely have a unique and wonderful taste. This would make a great punch. You can actually slice up some apples and some plums to let everybody know that that's kind of the base of what this tea, this tisane is all about. And you can probably drop in some blueberries, maybe some raspberries, some sort of berries that you may have on hand, in addition to the apples and the plums. But it does have a very unique, actually good tasting, refreshing, crisp kind of taste to it. So I would highly recommend you try it, especially if you haven't tried rooibos teas yet. So since this is a blend, your palate might actually enjoy this, and the aroma, it has, that distinct aroma of rooibos that your senses will pick up on immediately. So here's the Teacup Tuesday, everybody. Exotic Fruit Treat. I apologize for not bringing it up as the third. This was supposed to have been in place of chocolate candy tea, and we were supposed to talk about chocolate candy tea tonight, but completely forgot all about Exotic Fruit Treat. So, and again, it did forgive me. And so I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that we have 3 rooibos blends at the Tea Experience. So go to our website, theteaexperienceny.com. There you'll find not just Exotic Fruit Treat that we're enjoying this evening, but you'll also find chocolate dipped strawberry, and you'll also find red velvet. All rooibos-based blended herbal or tisanes tea for you. So here's the Teacup Tuesday, Exotic Fruit Treat. Give it a try. Send me a DM or a comment. Let me know if you've tried any of our rooibos blends, but particularly Exotic Fruit Treat, because I feel like, I forgot all about it, but I wanted to remind everybody that Exotic Fruit Treat is available for purchase on the website, theteaexperienceny.com. And one last thing before I go, the honey bee box that was featured, the featured simplicity box for the month of May, is still available. I'm not going to take it off the website. I'm going to make it available to you at all times as a one-time gift box or a one-time purchase. But you can also start your subscription, your 12-month subscription, with the honey bee box. And so here it is, in case anybody would still like to purchase it. The highlight of this box, the featured tea, is a lemon ginger zest tea, which is also, by the way, a very good iced tea. And then everyone, the community seems to enjoy, those that have purchased the simplicity box, they seem to really enjoy and like the octagon-shaped honey glass jar that comes in the May simplicity box as well. And just a little sneak peek because we are now in the month of June. I think I sneak peeked this particular item to everyone a couple of weeks ago. But this silicone reusable straw is available in the June box, which is coming up in the next couple days. So you can still purchase the Honeybee box if you'd like, and start your 12-month subscription with the Honeybee box. Or you can start your 12-month Simplicity box with the June box, which we will talk about in another day or two. And so have a good evening, everybody. Here's the Teacup Tuesday exotic fruit treat. Give it a try. I highly recommend it. Don't put any milk in it. But definitely, and if you have allergies to almonds, stay away from this one, but maybe give chocolate dipped strawberry or red velvet a try if you want to try a rooibos blend. So take care, everyone. See you in a couple of days, and see you next week to Teacup Tuesday.